Hello everybody and welcome to the 1/400 scale airport update of the Miniatur Wunderland Knuffingen Airport right here. So this is going to require some context. So this summer I went to Miniatur Wunderland. You might have seen those videos I uploaded on my channel. The most popular of which were, of course, the plane spotting at the airport there, the Knuffingen Airport. And that is what we have modeled right here. So I made like my own model of it. Of course, I don't have a lot of the planes that they have in the real life one, so this is going to be quite an empty update, all things considered. But we have like the terminal building right here, and it's bigger than this. I mean, it's a 1/100 or 1/87 scale replica. So in reality, it's a whole lot bigger, but also to scale, it would be bigger than this. There's like 9 gates or so at the main terminal. But I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't really have a whole lot of the models the aircraft that actually fly there in their model version. It's kind of weird talking about it because I can't really say in real life, but also kind of is in real life. But I'm not really sure what to say. But I try to use aircraft that fly, that I have, like models that I have that also fly to the Miniatur Wunderland Airport. So this is like the main gate area, but in reality, like at the real one, it's bigger. Then there's like a long taxiway that goes all the way down here. Then there's like a cargo section over here, and then there's a runway. So I kind of tried to best represent what I have right here, but you're gonna have to use your imagination a little bit. Anyways, these are all real routes for the aircraft that fly there. So we'll get started right back here with this Condor Airlines 737-300. This is in the Peanuts livery, but the model replica at Miniatur Wunderland is in the Wir lieben Fliegen livery, and that livery still exists and is flying for Condor. So that is very awesome. This one arrived in from Goa, and it'll be heading out to Palma de Mallorca. Right here we have this United 737-200. This is the only American carrier that flies to Knuffingen Airport. And this one arrived in from Newark, and it'll be heading back out there. This was inspired by Hamburg's flights to Newark back in the day, which they are no longer operating, unfortunately. Next up here we have this Air France 777-300. And this one is in from Havana, Cuba. And I guess that's what I mean, that is what it says. They have both an Air France 777 and A350. And I've seen Havana on both of those. And I think this one also flies to like New York. But we'll say it came in from Havana. We'll be heading out to New York. But very interesting because that's not what Air France would do in real life, obviously. But I guess it wouldn't operate to a German airport with a 777 anyways. But that's a different story. Next up here, we have some Star Alliance airlines. We have the Lufthansa 747-400 here in the Expo 2000 Hanover livery. But of course, the actual aircraft at the real, again, I have to do air quotes, so the real airport is in the regular livery. This one will be heading out to Singapore. Then next up here, we have this Turkish Airlines A330-200, and this one will be making the flight out to Istanbul. So those are all the aircraft that are here in like the terminal area and on the hard stands. Next up here, we have this space shuttle. So this is kind of a sequence they do at the airport. It happens every day, probably a few times every day, where there's a space shuttle emergency and the space shuttle Atlantis comes in, and they do a whole like emergency sequence with it. And I had the space shuttle here, did not anticipate this would be in an airport update, but here it is. We'll say they had the space shuttle emergency is doing that little sequence, is taxiing over to the hangars here. So that is what this guy is doing right here. That's kind of a funny situation, I suppose. So there's that. Did not expect to get that model. I mean, it's not really a model, it's plastic, but did not expect to get my space shuttle in an airport update. Anyways, our next aircraft here is this Air France A350-900. Yes, they have 2 Air France models, and they have 2 KLM models as well, which is surprising for a German airport. Of course, Lufthansa is the main hub airline there, but they have 2 Turkish aircraft, 2 Air France, and also Air France and KLM, but I mean, both of their aircraft are wide body, so that's just kind of weird. Anyways, this one is going to be heading out to LAX, and so yeah, this is currently taxiing out to the runway right now. And then we'll move over here. We have a whole lot of action over at this side. And actually, we'll go over to the cargo section over here. So beginning with the UPS MD-11 right here. And this one has arrived in from Hong Kong. We'll be heading back out there. And the Lufthansa Cargo was the only aircraft that I wasn't able to get like verifiably like where this one would fly to. In the Miniatur Wunderland replica, or not replica, but at the real thing. It feels not right calling it real, but it is real because it is. I mean, it is like a proper airport. It's not like replicating. I mean, it's designed off of Hamburg's airport, but it's not the Hamburg airport. But anyways, we'll just say that this Lufthansa Cargo 777 arrived in from Frankfurt, and we'll be heading up to JFK because I feel like that might be what they would do for this aircraft at the real Miniatur Wunderland Knuffingen Airport. But this one is the only one that I'm not sure completely on, so apologies for that. But there it is right there. There's our cargo section. And we also have this EVA Air Cargo. Well, this is an EVA Air 747-400, but it is operating for EVA Air Cargo, as they do have that at the Miniatur Wunderland Knuffingen Airport model. And this one will be heading out to Taipei. And is currently waiting to line up on the runway, but is waiting for the Airbus Beluga XL. Maybe this is a better, I guess neither of them are really good views with the lighting here, unfortunately. But we have this Airbus Beluga XL right here. And this one is currently about to touch down here. It doesn't have its landing gear out. That's because this model, which is the Airbus brand model, did not come with landing gear, unfortunately. So that makes this a bit weird. But yeah, this one's currently landing in from Toulouse. And we'll be delivering an A320 fuselage or something. Obviously, this is inspired by Hamburg Airport. Well, not really the Hamburg Airport, but the Airbus factory in Hamburg, which is a different thing. Different airport in Hamburg, but they get, belugas flying in there all the time because they have to deliver parts there, because that's the second largest Airbus factory apart from Toulouse. But yeah, that'll do it for our little Miniatur Wunderland airport here. I might do this in the future at some point. I know it's not that great right now, just because I don't have a whole lot of aircraft to put in here. But at some point, we're going to try to do it again and make it a little bit better, because I think it is a really cool airport, and I definitely recommend it if you haven't seen the videos yet. I hate doing self-promo, but, I mean, seriously, it's like the coolest thing any aviation enthusiast, especially model aviation enthusiast, can ever see. So, I highly recommend going if you can do that, because, I mean, it is all the way in Germany, but I was lucky enough to be able to do it for a second time, and it is the best thing that has ever happened to me. So anyways, that'll do it for our little airport update today. Thank you all for checking this one out, and I will see you tomorrow. As always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.